If you're into pop culture at all, there is this Instagram account called De Moi. So this is a private Instagram account, and this is literally causing nightmares to most celebrities. So the purpose of this account is the following. Every day, regular people who have jobs at hotels, restaurants, they come on this Instagram page and they share their personal stories and encounters with celebrities. Technically, these are called celebrity blinds, and it doesn't really mean that they're real or not. Some of them might be fake, but something tells me that there is a lot of truth in all of this. And just to give you an example, some people come on here and they've got really nice stories about celebrities like Britney Spears. Turns out she's a really polite and a really shy person in real life. And then there's some stories that are a bit weird, and they really show that celebrities live in their own world. Someone who allegedly works at Starbucks said that Emma Roberts, she would come into the Starbucks, and if the person that makes her drink, if they had a day off or if they were busy, she would just walk out with no drink. Only one person was allowed to make her drink. I'm not judging, and we don't know if this is true, but that's a weird story. There was one thing that I was interested in. There were a lot of stories from Starbucks, specifically what Starbucks drinks these celebrities are getting. Now, this is something that actually interests me, because there's this narrative that celebrities have this crazy life, but when they go to Starbucks, they have the same menu as any of us. Let's dive into it and see what kind of drinks celebrities are getting, and are they any good? Celebrities, they're just like us, with apparently much worse tastes. As you can see, I've got a list, and I phrase them in a way that if this is your favorite celebrity, you can go to Starbucks and place this exact order in this exact same structure, just to make your life a little bit easier. First up, we've got Nicole Kidman. On this Instagram page, there have been multiple people who basically always say the same order. There's even a photo that I think was posted on Reddit with Nicole Kidman proving that she always gets this same exact order, which is really weird. One Grande bone dry skinny cappuccino. I've never heard of any drink at Starbucks being bone dry. Looking at the empty space on top of the drink, a cappuccino is usually made with a lot of foam on top of the coffee, and I think bone dry means literally no foam, and you can see that it's a sad cappuccino. I hate to say it, I never get a cappuccino, so no sugar, so obviously we're not getting any sweetness, but I don't hate it. It almost tastes like a latte, but not as rich. I think that's basically what the bone dry is. It tastes great. My only criticism is because this is bone dry, they don't fill it up to the top. So I would be disappointed in the amount of drink. I'd be pretty happy with the flavor. It's getting a little bit more interesting now. So this is Britney Spears, and the actual order, let me read it to you. 1 Grande iced skinny white mocha frappuccino, no whipped cream. It doesn't look like a frappuccino because it's all liquidy. I don't know if it's because it's melted, but I don't know. Okay, let me try it. Okay. It's not what I was expecting. I think when I hear white mocha, I was expecting this to be like rich, white, chocolatey, but it's just like, it's barely there, the syrup. Because it's a non-fat milk, it doesn't really work for like this frappuccino, like iced drinks, at least in my opinion. I will say there were multiple reports of many different drinks that Britney Spears orders, and this was the most specific one, so that's the one I went for. It's a little too skinny for me, just being completely honest. I'm sorry, Britney. We still support you, Britney. Hashtag free Britney. Like, not even a joke. Next up, we've got Ben Affleck. I know he's an actor. I don't think I've ever seen a movie from him, but don't let the visuals of this drink fool you. This is one of the wildest stories and drinks on here, except it doesn't actually get it from Starbucks. It usually gets it from Dunkin' Donuts. And there's this whole conspiracy theory, because he's sponsored by it, he's meant to go and be photographed by paparazzi every single day and get paid for it. You get a free coffee, and you get paid for it. It's a great life for some people. So anyways, there's this whole conspiracy theory, but what really stands out to me is the actual order. 1 iced coffee with 3 times the amount of sugar and 3 times the amount of cream. The cream, I totally get it. Like, I like a lot of cream in my drinks as well, but 3 times the amount of sugar, I don't even know. I'm gonna mix it really well. It's so thick, it's almost syrupy. A Grande drink at Starbucks has 4 pumps of sugar. This one has 12 pumps. That's 3 times 4. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's literally like the consistency of maple syrup. This is like drinking maple syrup. I'm not exaggerating. This is really, really sweet. I would never order this. This would send me to the emergency room. I don't think you understand how sweet this is. Wow, it coats your mouth. You can barely taste the coffee. It's literally sugar with like coffee flavoring in it. This has to be paid for. Like, this doesn't add up. Like, nobody is drinking this on the daily. Would I get this every day? No. Next up, we've got Gigi Hadid. I actually went actively looking for Gigi Hadid's signature drink because I was really interested in what drinks models get, because they have to eat healthy, drink healthy, breathe healthy. Like, Gigi Hadid looks like she breathes healthy. I was expecting something made with like skinny milk or something like that, but actually it sounds pretty good. It's a bit weird, but it sounds good. 1 Grande regular milk latte with 4 pumps of peppermint syrup. I'm not the biggest fan of like peppermint, any kind of like minty flavors. Wow, it smells like Christmas. Ooh, let me mix it a little bit more. I'm not getting any peppermint yet. Sometimes the syrup stains the bottom, so we gotta mix this in. I don't want to be offensive to everyone who drinks peppermint lattes. I don't think this is for me. It's actually not as medicinal as I thought it would be. To me, like a milk peppermint, it does not go. It tastes better than a lot of the previous ones because it's made with regular milk and I can really taste the difference. So I like the order. I'm not crazy about the peppermint. Next up, we've got Lady Gaga. I think Lady Gaga actually had a collaboration with Starbucks. I've never heard of anyone ordering this, but I'm gonna mix it because a grande iced matcha green tea with lemonade in it. At least here in the UK, this is not an item on the menu, so they had to like customize it, but maybe this is like a thing in America. I like matcha, so that is very, very good. This is like everything else we've tasted so far is like down there. This one is like up here. This is really, really tasty. It tastes like a holiday that I've never had. It's weirdly relaxing, tropical, citrusy. This is great. This is one of the greatest things I've ever had from Starbucks. Like, being completely serious. The look of it is just way too dark and like a bit scary looking. This is so good. Like, the matcha goes incredible with lemonade. Maybe this is like a thing that people order a lot, and I'm sorry if I sound uncultured. I am. But to me, like, this is a revelation. It is incredible. My favorite drink so far. This is Zendaya's Starbucks order. And looking at the drink, placing the order, this is not what I expected Zendaya to drink. You know, she's like a model, right? Well, if she isn't, she should be, and she could be. So the actual order from Zendaya is 1 decaf caramel frappuccino with caramel and chocolate drizzle all around in the bottom, and then some extra on top. I'm not making this up. This is also so specific that, I mean, I don't know if it's real, but something tells me that it has to be. It's kind of melted, but the chocolate was basically all around in the bottom everywhere, and you can see that the whipped cream is melted. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. It doesn't actually have any extra syrups. It's just the drizzle, which I think is something completely different. So I don't really know what to expect. Whoa, Zendaya, you've done something. You found a way to my heart and my veins and my arteries, and it's all clogged up. This is really good. I mean, it's caramel and chocolate, but it tastes like hazelnut to me. I don't know, there's something hazelnut about it. I don't know where this is coming from. Maybe it's the combination of everything. Because it's a sauce, the drizzle, it's not too sweet. Like, sometimes when you put too much syrup, to me it tastes like too fake. This, as soon as I'm done with this video, this is the one. I think I still prefer Lady Gaga's one, but this is solid. This is really, really close. This is... Next up, we've got what I think is the funniest one in this whole video. Like, I just had to include it. There were also multiple people who work at Starbucks who had the exact same story, always the same order, and apparently always, person always goes and gets their drink at like 7 a.m, which somehow makes sense. This is Shawn Mendes' order from Starbucks. It is 1 Grande Black Americano. No milk, no cream, no sugar, no sweetener, just a Black Americano, which I don't even think I've ever had like a black coffee without any kind of sweetener. Wow, it looks as delicious as it sounds. Let's try it. A black coffee. So much flavor. I will say in defense of Shawn Mendes, there's a story that he always cleans up his table and he returns the mug from his drink, but he's polite and clean, so I'm gonna forgive this one. You know what? It is coffee. Choices were made. I didn't say they were good choices. Next up, we've got Khloe Kardashian, and Khloe Kardashian actually specifically mentioned what size she gets for a drink, which is a venti. In Europe, this is as large as we can go. I think in America, you guys have got super venti. I don't know what it's called. Trenta. So Khloe Kardashian's drink is one venti chai latte with no water and 7 pumps of chai syrup. 7 pumps of chai syrup, it seems like a lot. I'm not crazy about too much syrup, but I'm interested about the no water. I think that means that they brew the chai tea bag in the milk and not in water, which I think would result in a much more flavorful drink. So I am excited to try this because I think this, ooh, yeah. It is so milky. It's literally like straight up like one giant glass of milk. Ooh. Oh my god, that is so good. That is unbelievably delicious. I didn't even know Starbucks had it in them to make something as delicious as this. This is going straight to the top with Zendaya and Lady Gaga. Khloe Kardashian knows what she's doing. The 7 pumps of syrup is the actual perfect amount. I like chai lattes. I sometimes find them a little bit, they're not too intense. This is so intense. The fact that it has no water makes it so spicy almost. This time around, good choices were made. I could literally sit here and drink this in 5 minutes. I'm not someone who's crazy, like obsessed with celebrities. Like there's like a few people that I like and I kind of follow their social media. I don't go out of my way to read celebrity news and all that kind of stuff, except when it comes to Taylor Swift. Then all those rules out of the window. You guys know I love Taylor Swift. I have been loving Taylor Swift for whole of my life, basically. According to the stories, Taylor Swift's order at Starbucks, it used to be 1 grande iced caramel latte with only 2 pumps of syrup and instead 2 sweeteners, specifically sweet and low. So that is exactly what we've got here. I feel like I really need to mix it because I can see all that watery stuff on top. I'm not saying that this is a lie because it could be that this used to be Taylor Swift's order, but I also know that Taylor Swift orders something different currently, like right now. So I'm gonna start by trying the caramel latte before we move on to the next one. At first, it was a little bit disappointing, but then the 2 pumps of syrup and the sweetener, it does not amount with the regular amount of sugar. Like, it still tastes like artificially sweetened, but it's kind of good because you get the flavor of the caramel still. It's not overly sweet. I feel like this would be ideal for people who don't like sweet drinks at all. It's just like barely there. This is from my brain, but there's some video in which I think when Taylor Swift was making the album Lover, the drink of choice for making the album was an oat milk latte. And I thought that was interesting because I've never drank an oat milk latte. I've tried oat milk on its own. So I would assume this is the most updated version of what Taylor Swift actually orders. I hate it, but I love it. It tastes greasy. French fries a little bit, like really soggy French fries with coffee. It's really weird. Is this what oat milk tastes like? This does not taste like milk at all. I've never had anything from Starbucks that tastes like this. It's so smooth. It reminds me a lot of like whole milk, like actual regular milk in terms of texture and just the way it coats your mouth. But it has this greasy flavor. Like I can't explain. I think I would get this again. Am I being biased because I love Taylor Swift? Yes, most likely. Like this is a caramel one. I love caramel. I should be wanting this one. But this one hits different. Next up, Kim Kardashian. So even though it's technically the same drink from Khloe, which is her sister, I guess that makes sense. Similar palettes, I guess. This is a Grande chai latte, just made regularly except with soya milk. It looks like regular milk. It's even got the foam on top, which is really interesting. That tastes like regular milk to me. It is really good. It's very sweet, but really, really good. It's really, really close to regular milk to me. It might be sweeter than regular milk. Is this the thing that people say about soya milk? On here, I wrote 1 grande soy milk chai latte, so I didn't include any extra sugar. So I'm assuming the sweetness. I'm assuming it's from the soya milk. It's not like delicious like the Zendaya one did things to my brain. This would be actually a good everyday order. Next up, we've got Harry Styles. So Harry Styles' drink is not too specific actually. It's one Grande vanilla latte with a shot of creamer. Those are words that sound really good, and I think a lot of people are probably gonna try this one because he's got a lot of fans. It's quite milky because of the cream, so it's another one of those that it doesn't really taste like. I think when you go to Starbucks, you can either get a nice drink to help you face the day, or you can get a dessert. To me, this tastes like a latte. It's like an everyday kind of drink. I actually like these orders that are like more normal because I also don't feel as bad when I go to Starbucks and then I don't have to say like a million different things or hold the queue for like 5 minutes. So I really like that. This is really good. I don't get a lot of vanilla from it because the caramel sort of takes over. It's not the most exciting, but it's also not a black coffee. Next up, we've got Kylie Jenner, and this is, I saved this one for last because I'm not entirely sure if I got this correctly, because the actual order is one Grande passion tea lemonade with raspberry sweetener. I don't exactly know what raspberry sweetener is, so if any of you guys works at Starbucks or if you guys know the menu, please let me know what it is. So what I did get was a passion lemonade tea with raspberry syrup. Raspberry sweetener, raspberry syrup. I don't know if it's the same thing. This is syrup, and we're gonna try Kylie Jenner's drink. I find it really interesting that most of these drinks actually they fit the brand of the celebrities. Like if I would have guessed what Kylie drinks, this would be what I would guess. You guys should let me know which one is your go-to Starbucks drink down below. Let me see if it matches like your profile photo or like your username. That's a fun game. Please, let's do it in the comment section. But anyways, this is Kylie Jenner's drink, so we're gonna try it. Wow. It tastes exactly what I would expect. It's not too sweet. That's literally the only downfall, but like all the flavors in this is really good. I can't taste lemonade. It had so much caffeine. If it was really hot and you just want something refreshing that's not gonna make you, 3 times thirstier, I think this is a great drink. It has just enough sweetness. I don't usually go for fruity drinks, but it's a good one. 2 things really quickly. First of all, everyone's gonna ask me what am I gonna do with these drinks. According to Google and the official Starbucks website, some of these drinks last from 2 to 3 days in the fridge, and others, I think these 4 last up to a week. So if I have 2 a day, I will be able to drink all of them, apart from Ben Affleck, which I don't know what it is, but that one's gonna go in the trash. If you guys wanna watch a part 2, let me know, was this interesting? Like, I'm not someone who's like obsessed with celebrities, but I know some people really find these things interesting. So if you want a part 2, there's a lot more stories just for fun. I'm gonna be ranking these on my TikTok, so you also don't want to miss that. Hope you had fun. Cheers.